Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin and we're finally back at SeaWorld Orlando to check out the latest progress over at the 2025 project and everything else going on around the park. Let's go. Out in the entry plaza, the old self-service ticketing area that they had as an overflow is gone. It is very quiet in the park today. There was just a storm in the area, so that probably had something to do with it. But let's go check out, see what's going on around the park. Very first thing I do want to do though, Sky Tower. I'm just kidding. It's closed. They are testing it, so that's a good sign. I think this is the first time I've ever seen these sprinklers on. Well, this is new. Wild Arctic finally has some signage on the outside of the building. Now, this is very, very nice to see because for a very long time, no one knew that this even existed, but finally got some signage. It doesn't look like a whole lot has changed over here. No changes over here yet either. Nothing new in this area yet either. It's really hard to see, but there's some new gutters and some new drains. All right, so let's talk about what I think is going on over at Wild Arctic. So honestly, it's not going to be a coaster. At this point in the game, it's beginning of August, you would at least see some type of marker anywhere showing that it could possibly be for a foundation or electrical work or tree removal or more building reno. We're not seeing it. So every rumor that I heard about it possibly being a coaster, I just don't think it's true. Maybe it's off the table for right now. Maybe it got pushed back until next year. Maybe it got pushed back for a couple years. Who really knows? But honestly, at this point, 2025 is not going to be a coaster, and if it is, I will be very, very surprised. It seems like all the work that they're doing on the inside of the Wild Arctic show building is just that. It's only work on the inside, so it's very, very difficult to see any new changes. And honestly, they're not really doing any new changes to the outside of the facade or the show buildings with the queue line. That's all probably going to wait until it's almost ready to open. So at the end of the day, they did a lot of roof work, which looked really cool, and I'll keep an eye on this project, but it's probably not going to be something I'm going to be often covering strictly because you can't really see a whole lot. Now, if that changes, absolutely, I'm 100% going to be covering this all the time. But until there's actually more updates, it's probably going to be pretty slow for me to cover this. Now, let's go see if we can find any Howl-O-Scream construction. Over at Altitude Burger, you have some new poles on the roof, and that's either going to be for new lights and new speakers for the event, and you also have this wire that goes all the way across. Also, I'm not exactly sure what this is, so if you know, let me know in the comments below. It looks like they turned one of the old awnings over by Infinity Falls into a Harley-Davidson showcase. Pretty cool. Sadly, there isn't any Howl-O-Scream props over by Infinity Falls quite yet. So there's still not any props over by Mako either. So if I had to guess, they're gonna wait until Band, Brews, and Barbecues is over and remove all of this stuff before putting out any of the Howl-O-Scream stuff. Across from Shark's Underwater Grill though, there's a new construction wall. The other side of the patio is closed off too, so that means whatever they're doing behind these walls, it's a pretty big project. Now it does smell like there's some new wood over there, so maybe they're just replacing the awnings, or maybe, just maybe, they might be using this area as a location for a house. These work walls are still up over by the Penguin Trek restroom, so looks like they're still doing some work over here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like part of the roof is gone. On the sides of the roof, looks like they're doing some priming so they can get ready to paint it too. No props by Journey to Atlantis either. Womp womp. Alright friends, that's going to do it from SeaWorld Orlando. Unfortunately, as you saw, not a ton happening around the park. You still have Band, Brews, and Barbecues happening. They are just getting started setting up Howl-O-Scream, which is really exciting. Now, I'm going to be covering that a lot, so don't you worry about that. Can't really tell if anything new is happening over at the 2025 project because obviously everything that is happening is indoors because it most likely is going to be that flying theater. Obviously still nothing has been announced or anything, but let's be serious, it's probably going to be that flying theater. So hopefully as soon as Band, Brews, and Barbecue ends, Howl-O-Scream is going to kick into full gear where setup mode is. They have basically a just under a month as of recording this for the event to open. So they don't have a lot of time at all, especially in the theme park world. So they really got to put the pedal to the metal and start setting up as soon as possible. So I would not be surprised if a lot of the stuff came out very, very soon. But in the meantime, I'll keep an eye on it. And if anything new changes at the park, I'll be more than happy to let you guys know. But with that being said, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you like what you saw. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.